Good morning, everybody. This is a grumpy old guy gaming. Starting a little bit early here because, well, I just couldn't sleep. One of those days, where you're just not able to really lay in bed no matter what you do. And I was sort of wrestling about which game I was going to play on stream this morning. Then I got a message from my pal Snownomi. Had a request, and I figured that was a great way to start and a clincher for Fragment. So he asked me for a picture of my favorite guild emblem, and if by chance you're stumbling across this and you maybe haven't played Fragment or you're newer to the game, the guild system is functional. And there are quite a few guilds made. When the functionality first came about, when Zach Mon got it rolling, it took off like crazy. Everybody was creating a guild. Some are themed, some are not, some are just come and play. But it was insane for about a month and a half on Guild Fever, and then it all just kind of dried up and went away. Now, creating a guild in the first place is something that should be more difficult than it is. Have to thank Crab General and his team for making the Crab server all those years ago, and people like Dow and Snownomi for keeping it running in various iterations through time. That's a server where you could farm for things, namely the guild seal. Also have to thank the cheat engine, I suppose, because at least one of these was probably made with a duped guild seal. So thanks, people, for using the game exploits and things. But hey, it is what it is. The important thing is that people enjoy the game when they play it. So we're going to hop into the guilds here, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about on the guilds. Going to go to the guild list, start way at the top. El Pueblo Unido. This was the guild founded by Chris P. Glutz. You could see his name right there in the leaderboard, in the leader position. 3 people joined, average level of 1. For more on Chris P. Glutz, I did a series called Weird Happenings in the World, or Weird Things in the World. It was 3 videos basically covering the events that started to transpire about the time that Chris P. Glutz made his presence very known. You could see this guild not very active at all. 3 people joined, but an average level of 1. 0 gold, 0 assets of any type at this point. Founded November 5th, give or take. The way the guilds work is each character you have could join one guild. So a lot of people have multiple characters and therefore are in multiple guilds. Here's Ave's Perch. This was Dow's first guild. You can see the heart and the crescent moon there. Comment says, birds of a feather, every item is free, no payment accepted. I remember throwing out an idea as a gag for April Fool's Day of just putting, items in the shop at exorbitant prices, and Dow was quick to shoot me down on that, so thumbs up for sticking to your guns. That much I will say. Founded the exact same day, so again, Guild Fever hit in early November. 4 people in this one, average level is 32. Whole bunch of gold in the assets, as well as a gold coin, a silver coin, and 3 copper coins. I forget what the coins do specifically. Each one unlocks a different part of the guild functionality. The BB squad. See cross daggers there for the twin blade and 2 suns on either side. Nice gradient on the flag too. comment, "No parents, no bedtimes, no school, BB's only guild shop with free weapons." So Stein created this guild. And I jokingly called it the biggest little guild in Fragment, and for a while I do believe it was the biggest guild person-wise. It's since been equipped. But the reason the pun stuck so much with me and so little with everyone else is, one, it wasn't funny, and two, the gimmick to the BB squad, as it says, little BB characters, the small character models, were the only ones allowed in. See, you got a fair bit of traction here. You got 6 people in with an average level of 14. 2 gold pieces, because again, the weapon shop was locked off to members only and was free. So it was essentially their toy box. They did get a gold coin though, so that's something. Twilight Brigade. This is V's guild. Maybe the most successful guild overall, because it's essentially, bled into Final Fantasy XIV, where they were a bunch of the old Fragment stalwarts from last year playing Hangout. But here is the Venerable Twilight Onion Brigade, and as you could see, 11.5 on the creation date on all of these. No joke at all when I said Guild Fever hit in a hurry. Here you got the Twilight Onion Brigade, Truth, Justice, and the Onion Way. Got a Discord link there. 7 people in this guild, average level of 47. This guild's a part of the Millionaires Club, with 12 gold coins, 10 silver coins, and 10 copper coins. No love for the 2 best classes in Fragment either, Heavy Axe or Long Arm. None of them in here. Crazy. Fragment Resurgence. Again, an 11.5 guild. Slishtrel put this together. Got some hex patterns there, very dot hack on that. Looks like he was the only member of the guild, too. Level 67 Heavy Axe. Picked up 2 gold coins, so that's something. Cameo Brigade, brought to you by Cameo, also known as The Book. I think right now currently going as The Book Volume 1, if I remember correctly. Helping new people join the world. Got 3 people here, average level of 35, couple million banked, and 8 gold coins. Twin daggers make a second appearance. Kind of a neat flag there. Green to a beige or brownish. Really makes the lime green daggers pop. Here's Impurity. Leader is Crucia. Comment says Slack and Hash, so that leads me to believe this was Pesty's guild. Still is Pesty's guild, but Crucia is a level 97 long arm. Neat flag here. You've got crescent moons both filled in and outlined. Symbol in the middle almost looks like the Orzhov symbol from Ravnica and Magic the Gathering. Then you've got a couple of those 3 hex patterns with a poleaxe on one side for a long arm weapon and a Wavemaster staff on the other. Also really digging the gradient. The bottom left goes from white all the way up to top right is this very deep blue. You've got gray in the middle. Colors after my own heart there. Richest guild to date, I believe. That's a 3.67 million. 47 gold coins, 55 silver coins, and 63 copper coins. At some point I gotta reach out to Pesty or V and find out what all of those do. Here's Snow's guild. Ludicrous. Got 7 different weapons outlined there. Weird that the heavy blade gets 2 different weapon outlines, but there you have it. You've got a katana and a very heavy sword. Always throws me off because I'm thinking 6 classes and seeing 7 weapons. But you've got the 7 weapons around that golden sort of wreath of laurels, and inside of the wreath is a grunty, and you've got this beautiful purple going down in gradient into this off red, very subtle coloration. Very warm flag. Do feel bad for the grunty though, seems to be getting its left nostril double pierced there. Got why return to that ludicrous world? Tsukasa through and through. So yeah, this is Snow's guild. It's, I want to say, the largest one members wise. It's got 9 people in it, average level of 49. This one was the late bloomer, found at 11.6. I believe that's our first 11.6, yeah. So Snow sleeping on the job on that one. Actually, he probably made it later in the day and the server time just tripped over. If I remember right, it's set to like Japan time, so. Only 700,000 gold, but still. 3 gold coins and a silver coin. Here's the Grunty Group, LLC. Vector. Probably the only person as of yet who's made their guild a limited liability corporation. Created 11.6. Vector is the only member at level 57. Says, let us manage your gold point portfolio, and for a limited time only, dungeon insurance. God, I wish that was a thing. Dungeon insurance would be amazing. Cool 50,000 in there. No coins to speak of. Not even sure what this says. Couldn't guess if I wanted to. I want to say this was made by one of the characters who was here and gone during the whole build to December 20th last year. Judging off the class and the level, I want to say that was Hate, as it was told to me. Was a level 99 long arm that all of a sudden just started showing up in town at some points. And would give people, I think, grunty food or gold. Very mysterious how it all came and went. And left a lot of bank behind, a little over 6 million in there. Here is Shixel. On the net or in real life, we won't be bound by ludicrous rules. We'll do as we please. Second time we're hearing the word ludicrous today, huh? Only 2 people in this one. This guild founded on the 7th. Didn't really mention much about the other guild's flag. I should go back and mention those real quick before I get too much into Shixel. Really nice take here by Vector. He made sort of a royal grunty, putting the crown on top. And then you've got this wedge pattern. You know, the flag's cut into 4 pieces with blue wedges at the top and bottom, and the left and right having these neon pink purplish wedges. Very distinctive flag there. Also cool how it works out because the grunty's got different colored eyes and nostrils. Neat thing for me. As for this guild's flag, it's an axe on a purple flag. Comment says it's a pleasure in all caps, so. Shixel, led by Custard, seems to have 2 members, level 55. No gold, no coins. Interesting flag, though. Fairly detailed, sort of a brown fading into black right to left. Got a cross pattern there, shield behind it. Got a cog, your tri-hex pattern, and your twin blades. Very busy pattern. Here's phase 0, and if I remember correctly, phase 0 were older players that were back for a little while there. Leader of this guild is Haruto. You got 5 people who joined, average level is 71. This guild founded on the 26th. Comment says, "We are returners from the darkness. We are here to enjoy the world once more." So yeah, I can't really confirm it, but I do remember hearing that they were players who had played previously and come back for a while. No gold in the yeah, it's really tough to separate coins and gold in my head, but no gold in the guild bank. But you've got 8 gold coins, 5 silver coins, and 3 copper coins. Interesting sort of effect on the flag. The large crescent moon almost makes like a start of a comet tail on that red dot in the middle. Dark purple going into black in the middle, and from the other side a dark blue going into black. So a very, very bold choice of color there for the guild emblem. The Knights of the Rhine, this is Spooky's guild. This is a guild seal I actually helped farm for. Happened to reach out to me at a time I was not really doing anything, asked if I wanted to help. I was more than happy to oblige because I had a wave master with a fire staff. So we hopped on, and lo and behold, we managed to crack the seal, and the guild was made. It says, "The cheesiest guild. Only those with the cheesiest of names can join us." And as you could tell from the comment, this is another gimmick guild where you have to have a cheese-themed name to join. 5 members, average level is 28. 797, 556 gold, and a silver and copper coin respectively. Flag's kind of interesting. It starts out red in the upper left corner and blue in the bottom left corner. Everything fades sort of right and slightly upward to a lighter purple, and in the bottom right a darker purple. You've got 4 gray knights positioned around what looks like a compass, and in the middle is a big yellow circle, which I can only assume is a giant wheel of cheese. Here's the Minutemen. Not gonna lie, I had high hopes for this one. We're now into our December guilds. Knights of the Rhine founded on 11/30, and the Minutemen were founded on 12/11. For the people who want to be pinged at any time to play at a moment's notice. The leader is Parashu. I gifted them a guild seal because I thought it would be a neat thing to have a guild for the active players, as they're now known on the NetSlum server, the Minute Persons. Originally, I suggested jokingly that the guild name should be on in 60 seconds. I think Dow transferred one of their characters on here, and that's the only other member, sadly. Nothing really going on here. I think this was another guild shop that Dow basically ran. And then you've got a 3 question marks guild. Interesting pattern here. We've got you've got those triple hex patterns sort of everywhere. Really a lot of layering done here, a lot of patterns. So much going on. Got very subtle coloration, got some shield, could see a pair of eyes in there. This was Dark Clouds. I believe that's Fried Egg. Level 98 Twin Blade is here, as well as 10 million gold. Not too much else. So what would be my favorite emblem? That's a tough call. Like, there's some good ones here. But yeah, that is the guild system. And of course, as I had mentioned a couple times, there are guild shops. Most of them now are empty. Oh, looks like Aves has some backup. You could go in, check out the item, and if it's something you're looking for or something that somebody you know needs, you could just hop in and buy it. Got a Wand of Storms and an Adian's Wand as well. Neat. Every now and then I do find that I'll come on and see that, guild shops will just get wiped out. Here's the Cameo Brigade's shop. The book's been doing a lot of staff farming, huh? There's Commandments. Pretty high level water staff there. And Kite's Kite. If you want a seasonal event item and you have an exorbitant amount of cash, here's your chance. Impurity's empty. Ludicrous. Still 5 Jormungand's and a Vitality Axe. The Grunty Group shop. Got all kind of weapons. Bit of armor in here. But even more, an impressive assortment of Grunty foods for sale. Say you don't have time or you really want a specific Grunty, you could look up the formula online as they're the same creation formulas as IMOQ. Grab your Grunty foods here and then head offline and make your Grunty. Got a couple items left in the Knights of the Rhine's shop. And the 3 question mark shop has a fair bit of things as well. Don't think I've seen that one before. Thunder, okay. Golden Axe and Silver Axe, yay. Lot of armor on here. And some healing items, my goodness. 1100 for a healing elixir. That is an absolute steal. So yeah, that's a look at that, and that takes us to 7 o'clock, which is usually when I try to start these anyway. So let's head in and see if we can't just get those lucky shoes today, huh? Yeah, that's right. Over on the Dot Hack Network's Twitch channel, they've got a 24/7 Twitch Plays bot. Not really sure how that works, but it is there. Let's head in. Looks like the only farming server up right now is Crab. And into the Crab server we shall go. Yeah, I'm fairly well topped off. Let's dive in. Really the only thing I've been running for with my long arm, so it was easy to find in the warp history. See the message there? I can remember from seeing it on the translated server Hongik University station that said shortest path to the Lucky Shoes, and the other option is Silver Knight's Sword. Picking up some Rig Same and App Forma. Really won't even need those, but I guess it's good to have. Just start clearing these out as quickly as possible. Picking up our quality 1 experience per kill, but we'll take it. Plenty of Summon Thunder, so at the end of the day, even if we don't get our shoes, we have been fairly lucky. See the Rig Same doing more than enough to keep our hit points topped off. Do have Rig Same and Rig Geem on command if I need them. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea since each of these attacks is costing me 50 SP. Third straight time I got 5 out of 6, I think. Maybe I only got 4 on the first one. Can't really remember at this point. Not good to forget things as quickly as I do, but there you have it. Picking up some Eagle's Hoods, a bunch of Summon Thunder. There's a 6 for 6. We like the 6 for 6. Pick up some more Summon Thunder there. Naprayo, and Rig Geem. So yeah, Portal's being real nice to me, making sure I don't have to stop and cast much. Kind of embarrassing when you could take 5 of the 6 down fairly reliably without the boost to get the elemental boost and still only take down 5 of the 6. But I guess these things will happen. Another thing I have to credit Snownomi for are these farming runs. He was doing them months ago. And if you ever get the chance, check out his Twitch. Not sure how far back he's got stuff archived. But he did a bunch of farming runs after things like Sora's Blades and Ludicrous Wand. I think the last thing I remember him actively farming for was the Sin of Hades, the Twin Blade weapon. I could be wrong on that, but that's the last one I remember. A lot of times it wouldn't even be a situation where I think he was planning on streaming Fragment. I think he would just stream something else, have a little bit of time left, and be like, okay, let's do some Fragment. But they were always good fun to watch, and it is important to point out that, if watching his streams wasn't as entertaining as it was, I probably wouldn't be doing this little stream here. Of course, I will say there's a bit more flash to the high-level Wave Master spells than there is the lower-level long arm abilities. Not that I'm really using lower-level long arm abilities, I've actually got a fairly overpowered spear. So just breezed through the second floor here. Could probably get a good 4 or 5 runs in. Get some app-vax and rig same. Use the app-vax for that little fire attack. Takes a bit more time, but we definitely got all 6. There goes our speed charm. Can't be without that if we want to get things done in a hurry. Whether or not you get your rare, it is very high yield for your effort on these farming dungeons. Don't know how I missed these two, but there you have it. Remember, we're not going to get in all portals clear because we're taking the quickest path. We're skipping that side room. Not that the experience really matters because Crab Server's already level 99. Picking a Virus Core O. And a Sleipnir. No worries. Get ourselves back to the top and start again. It's a nice day for some rare farming. Of course, in Fragment, just about everything resets in the dungeon when you hop out of the dungeon, so you can run right back in without having to leave the field. And I say just about everything, mainly to cover my own backside, because of course there's an exception for everything. Wait long enough and somebody will find something. So I will say just about everything, at least in my limited knowledge. If there's one thing we can all agree on, my knowledge is limited. Picking up some tribal ropes. Summoning some thunder out of a box. Guess that makes those thunder boxes, huh? Mage's Soul and Tribal Robes. Just realized we've only got one number repeating on ourselves, so it's time to reapply Rig Game. Apply directly to the torso. At least that's where the numbers go when they proc. Five out of 6 again. Need to find that perfect pixel where you hit all 8. Take them all down in one swift move. Get that badass visual going. Switch to our fire attack here. Wow! Got 4 chests spawning simultaneously. That was nice and loud in the ears. 3 of them of the risky variety. No wonder I've worn through the circle button on this controller. Just realized the sheer number of times I've pressed circle in that little sequence. Really need to pick up some backup equipment for this. Got a headset that's near death because my cat went insane last week. Just tore right through, ran between me and the tower. Got caught up in the cord and, well, you know. And I'm playing on a beat up cheapo controller. Really just kind of hanging on like by a thread at this point. At some point I'll get new gear. One thing I will say, that fire attack, it's got that extra half second to it, but it's not really making us chase that third dust curse after this. Are they dust curses or are they curse blades? I'll have to pay more attention this time. Curse blades. Apologies to everyone for the dust curse comment. That clearly is not the case. Another nice thing about the ultimate spear, it's got skill drain. There's a surprising lack of spears with the death touch effect. And I want to say they're mainly lower level items. Speed charm wore off. And we know that's never good, but of course I like a Dufran in here anyway. Our fire attack fails to take them all out. Go ahead, hit that fortune wire, and then up that speed boost. And more rig game while we're at it, because there's no point in not being thorough. Rock Dragon, Raging Plasma, and let's summon us some thunder. I almost feel like that was quicker though. I could be wrong on that. It just felt quicker. Maybe if somebody gets bored later and has a stopwatch, they could let me know. I can't imagine ever being that bored, but you know, everybody's got a thing. Picking up some app corps, some good old-fashioned attack boost. We like to see that. Ooh, that was a nice spot. 7 out of 8. Find a spot like that this time, take care of the whole thing. There we go. I'll wait to see if any treasure chests spawn. Nope. Virus Core D. Let's see what's in the box. It's more Sleipnir. I think one more and then we'll head back to town. Restock on some items. Talk about random things in the works. It's amazing how quick you can get through these. Got some App Juka and App Anide. So 2 elements we're not using here. Another thing about this controller, the analog sticks tend to just shut off intermittently. So I was able to move around there, but I was not able to zoom at all, and that was entirely because the analog button was no longer lit up on this controller. Picking up an ion strike there. Ooh, one shot there. See, if I was really worried about the time, I'd probably bypass all of these. But, as the adage goes, time is money, and this is netting me a good bit of one of those. No damage around there. Also reminds me that Rig Sam and Rig Game have worn off. Probably wait to the second floor to pop those back up. I don't see us being in any real danger with that. Plus, there's always the chance that we get that 1 in a million shot on the portals. Okay, it's probably less than 1 in a million with how frequently it actually does happen. So that round was as bad as it's going to go. And even then, more than safe. Made it to the second floor. Aptor, so there goes our 1 in a million shot of getting both out of the symbols, but we did get Rig Same. So we'll just get Rig Game going, and into the room we fly. For the longest time, I had some really weak gear on my long arm, simply because it had all of the buffs. So it is good to know that lower level gear will buff the hell out of you, just to give you that edge early on. It is amazing the level of thought that was put into even the minor details in this series. Oh, there goes the speed boost. Not going to be a putz like last time and try and take on the portals slow. Fortune wire. Number 29 down the drain there. Got 6, but an unusual pattern to him. Left both of the survivors on the right-hand side there. Another very rewarding room. That closes out floor number 2. Keeping that physical accuracy up with the Aptorv. That's nice. Not that we're really seeing all that many misses in the first place. One more room to go. See Rick Game popping off there. Wow, really weird pattern on that. Not going to bother reapplying the buffs at this point because all we really need is speed. Virus Core B, leave that chest behind. It spawned too late. I already hit the button. Grab our third Sleipnir, and yeah, back to town we go. Take the Ocarina back up and gate out from the field. That, of course, is the procedure. So, while I'm hitting up the old item shop here, do have some things in the works. Still trying to come up with another upload for a fragment from the net slum. Been kind of blocked on that one. I just haven't really been digging too much. I was kind of banking on the bulletin boards, and to be honest, they dried up within a couple of days of me doing that first upload, so maybe I should stop doing those, as they seem to be the kiss of death for it. Just so much good items from that run. Of course, we've got the Fragment Friday and Weekend Warrior uploads here. Though I don't know, I'm thinking about potentially making the Weekend Warrior an every other week sort of deal. Haven't really decided one way or the other, but Fragment Friday, gonna keep doing those. Of course, every week I try to have an upload up for Friday to kick off the day the right way. Nice enjoyable dungeon run. Could be any of my characters, but I typically do tend to shy away from my Blade Master, since that's typically the main account for the Weekend Warrior. Also got more Donkey Kong Country 2 coming. Also got a funny story about Donkey Kong Country 2. Gotta tell it at a later date. All that, and we only chewed through 4 speed charms, is that right? I mean, I'm certainly not going to argue with the game. Pick up some fortune wires. And come over here for our speed charms. Also really liked Pac-Man 99. Emus' random randomness. Good morning, Emus. Says, indeed, but now I must head to work. Good luck. Thank you, thank you. Do appreciate you stopping in. Time to go back, see if I can get my shoes. Also got some Battle Axe stuff coming up. Played that on stream last night with the messes. Think I'll be switching off fairly regularly between Battle Axe and Diablo 3 on Tuesday nights for the foreseeable future, maybe a week or two of each before switching. All 6 of the Cursed Blades affected went down in one swipe. Picking up some tribal robes out of the risky treasure. Took the whole animation to get them down, but we got all 6 down with the Fire Strike. And the chest just kept dropping. See if we can't get ourselves some lucky shoes live on stream here. That is the goal for us here on this beautiful Wednesday morning. And by beautiful, I mean I haven't even attempted to look outside, and it was still fairly dark out when I came downstairs. One of those days that I just sort of crept my way around the house by watch light. Not the greatest night's rest for me. You ever have one of those days where no matter what you do, you can't sleep more than an hour and a half without something, somebody, or some notion waking you? Had one of those, even crawled down to the trusty couch for a bit, and all I got was my watch reminding me that I didn't really sleep well the previous time. So up right away I was, and after watching a couple YouTube videos to get myself all set, started this stream a little early. Took a look at the guilds and their shops. It's kind of amazing that that was only November. Also, hats off to the Fragment team. I know I say this so many times, but really, it can't be said enough. Like, I started playing this last August, not a super long time ago. And back then, the translation was sort of an idea more than a concrete thing. I think Alice was just starting to work on it. Which meant that the telepatch wasn't really a thing yet. Guilds weren't functional, mail wasn't functional, wasn't even thought to be functional at any point. And even once that got rolling, things like the English grunty food voices potentially being in the game was a yeah but no sort of prospect. So the fact that people come along like Zach to enable guilds and mail and Formless to streamline the lobby system, Dash with the English grunty food, just so many cool people. Dow always there to lend a hand with everything at all times, it seems. They just literally materialize out of the ether to help with fragment stuff. While building up quite an impressive resume on rhythm games, I might add. Snow just sort of hanging around, always willing to help out people. Whether it be farming runs, or just the times you'd randomly hop into a server and find Tsukasa chilling by the Chaos Gates, while Snow debated his dinner of choice. Health's getting a little low, so we'll go ahead and pop our Rig Same and Rig Game combo here. Get revitalized as I flap my gums. Also seems the speed boost wore off. Should be fairly close to the end of the second floor. Yeah, it's pretty damn close, I'd say. It's not like I'm counting the rooms, so. Doubled up on some app Vorv. Had a close but no cigar on 2 of them. Caught that one in time. Last room of ours. Pick up a rock dragon. There's a virus core B, which means at some point today we've picked up virus core Cobb. Another Sleipnir. So back topside we go. Let's make another run at this, huh? Oh, look at that little air vent there. In case you wanted to get right to the treasure, just sneak through the duct. I think the first ABCs of Death. Not a movie for the faint of heart or squeamish of stomach there. But I remember watching it when it was on Netflix, and I think the first A they had a very, very unique and quite frankly practical take on the old climb through the air ducts scene. Don't want to spoil too much for those of you who may be interested in watching it, although it's been around forever, and you can tell that because it's old enough for me to remember watching it. Not on Netflix anymore, so probably have to track down a copy by any of the various means you would typically do so in your own life. I actually don't get a chance to watch movies of a horror bent too much anymore because the fam, not big fans. Just cruising right along if you happen to be swinging by, doing a little farming for some lucky shoes. And so far the shoes have stayed very lucky because we haven't found them. Switch up to our fire attack because nothing's more fun than seeing a weapon on fire. Got a couple treasure chests there, so I'll stop spamming the circle button like a moron. Keep from blowing ourselves up on the risky business. There's the end of floor number 1. Torma and rig same, so we only have to cast rig game. That worked out. Big powerful strike there, eliminating 6 of the cursed blades. Getting ourselves a litany of treasure chests to open. 4 in total. Had a feeling that risky one was going to drop. So many thunder spells. Farming dungeons also great if you're looking to get some consumables stocked up. Just find the one that's dropping the right element for you and go to town. There goes our speed boost. That is unfortunate for us. Fortunately, all you have to do is see the chest to disarm it. Yay, line of sight magic items. Coming up on 20 till, probably got another run, maybe 2 in us before 8 o'clock. Floor number 2 is in the books. Apcorv, that will help a great deal. The Apcorv-Aptorv combo means we are 15 points to the better on physical accuracy and 5 points to the better on physical attack. Means we're not missing and we're not tapping. Last portal. Got all 6. And got them all. Virus Core B. And it's another Sleipnir. But that's okay. Gives us a recovery drink and a reason to run again. Should be getting near a level up, I would think. just on the sheer amount of cursed blades I've killed. Not really the goal of this, but is worth mentioning. At Vorv, rig same, let's get rig game going. And while we're here, let's top off that speed charm. So there's 99 resurrects. Hit that mark in a hurry this time. Don't even think we hit it last time at all. Another 6 blades dropped. There's some real volume in the background there. Got some Apachuca times 2. Doesn't really do anything, just resets an almost unused counter. I believe all of the element boosts are 10 points. I think V was saying something like that at some point. Somebody was on Discord. Oh, we've chewed through a good bit of fortune wires, that much I could say. Already down to where we were when we restocked last time. Oof, almost his Sprite Ocarina. That would have been terrible. Get locked in place for that attack. Now when I say locked in place, I mean that's just holding me from auto-attacking. I could probably cast in that window. I'm just not sure if it would be worth the time to cast. Double Aptor over there. Again, just getting the 15 for the accuracy. Multiple boosts do not stack. Shame of that too. but you could see how easily that would have been exploited. One more room of combat to go before the treasure. Despite my best efforts, a couple just hanging around here. One more risky treasure. Virus core is H. That's a new one for today, I think. Okay, here's hoping. One more Sleipnir. You know what? I think we got time for one more. Maybe throwing away a lot of spare resurrects. Probably going to be throwing away some summon thunder by the end of it. But let's go ahead and give this one more run. Rig game, app core, which means we'll be casting rig same. And now that that's all squared away, into battle we stride. Picking up the Fool. Many tribal robes. Those, of course, as you saw from our brief intermission period, sell extremely well. And there's our level up. One level higher, as predicted earlier. Still think we're going to be grabbing one experience piece off these guys. Just going to be slightly more capable of doing so, a bit more robust, and a slightly larger radius on the Appario attack. Not the Appario attack. The Thunder attack. I forget the name. I believe we got Rig Same and Rig Game there. That's our golden pairing. Pick them out of the symbols and we don't have to use the casting animation. Now we just have to keep an eye on our speed boost. There's our 99th Summon Thunder, as expected. So we could skip those chests by the door because the vast majority of them are going to be Summon Thunders. Basically, If the cursed blades don't drop the chests, I'm not worried about them. Fortunately, this room gives me 4 chests from the cursed blades. See, we're still going to pick up some Something and Thunders from these. But there is a better chance of picking up other items from them, so that is why those will persist and the other ones can kind of just sit there. Can call it a random bias if you will, because it is. One left to tell the tale, and it only lasts for 1 strike past. Hey, 3 out of 4. Not going to complain with that. 1 more floor to go. Here we go. Grabbing an app Vorv and a rig same. Really don't think we'll need much past that. Also, this seems to have taken us about 7 minutes to get here. Don't know why I'm opening those. I already said they're not going to be much. So yeah, this will definitely be the last one for today's stream. More Summon Thunder because I just can't help myself. There's our Rock Dragon. Speed boost is just worn off. Virus Core M. Let's see if we get the lucky shoes. And the answer is no. Okay, so the shoes were luckier than the player once more. That said, this was a very enjoyable stream. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the little look at the guilds too. I do have to pick a guild emblem to send to Snow as per their request. Which one will I pick? Even I don't know right now. But I do want to thank you for stopping in and checking this out when you choose to do so. This has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming with yet another farming run here in .hack Fragment. You all take care, and we will see you around.